how are you? What's up? So as you can see, this is not my normal backdrop, but you're going to understand very soon why I am coming at you from my couch in my pajamas, because today I really want to talk about what I like to call my 5 non-negotiables, and then kind of tie it into the theme of today, surviving this week between the holidays, so between Christmas and New Year's. So this is a week for me, and I know for a lot of people, that is just known as this floating week, okay? So we have just come off a super busy time of year. The holidays have just finished, so this means a lot of us have time off. So a lot of us are off between the week of Christmas and New Year's. A lot of us who have children will have their children at home with them. This might even be a week where the festivities continue, you know, where you're seeing extended family or you're doing gatherings with friends. This might be a week where you're back to work and you're one of those people that don't have time off, especially this year, Christmas falling, you know, on a weekend that you just blink your eye and all of a sudden you're back into the routine. But one thing I know for sure is that one of these categories literally fits you to a T, if not multiple. So you might be that person who basically spends the week right here on the couch, or you might alternate from the couch to your bed. Okay, y'all know I'm that person. You might not have as refined of a schedule as you usually have, which isn't a bad thing. You know, you're taking that time to relax. You definitely might not be eating the ways in which you normally eat. You know, we get a lot of stocking stuffers. We have a lot of leftovers. There's a lot of treats around this time of year out on the market, you know. So it's just off, right? You also might be feeling a tiny bit blue, you know, that the holidays are over again for another year, because, you know, Christmas can be crazy, but it can also be an extremely joyous time. And I think we all do this in some ways. You might be convincing yourself that this is like that week that doesn't matter. It doesn't count. You don't know what day it is. You don't remember the last time you brushed your hair, etc. But I'm here to tell you, we can have this relaxing week. We can, you know, let our schedules kind of become more relaxed. Of course, we need this to manage our stress, to find joy. But I did this way too much and way to the excess, okay, in the past. I damaged my health every single year and then made, you know, coming back into my routines so much harder than they have to be. So while I will spend this week relaxing and taking it easy, I wanted to talk to you about the 5 non-negotiables in my daily life, even in this floater dreamland of a week, that I will not let go. And here's why. Remember, every little thing you do for your health matters. So yeah, if you literally order a pizza from your favorite greasy pizza place at the corner, and then it comes home and you cover it with microgreens, that matters. So getting out of that mentality that everything doesn't matter because I just ate chocolate for breakfast, you know, candy for lunch, and I'm having pizza for dinner. So what does it matter if I do A, B, or C? It matters, because just as everything that we put in our mouth can have a cumulative and damaging effect on our body, or every activity that we do or don't do, same thing. On the other side of the spectrum, every small thing we do in between the chaos also has a beneficial effect. So don't stop these 5 things. Okay, number 1, prioritize your sleep. Okay, I cannot stress how important sleep is. And for a reminder, you can go back and visit the Sleep 101 video, okay? So important. A lot of studies claim that sleep even is more important on our overall health than diet, right? And did you know that there are reputable studies out there that indicate even one night of shitty sleep, of disrupted sleep, of sleep outside your norm can alter your blood sugar, your body, your state of being to that of a type 2 diabetic. Like, this is real. Sleep is important. So while I understand that your schedule is not going to be exactly the same, do your best to keep your sleep schedule the same, all right? So if you're someone like me, I'll use myself as an example. I like to go to sleep ideally no later than 10 p.m. and my body wakes me up anywhere between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. Sure, people are gonna come over maybe, gonna do a couple things that won't allow me to be in bed at 10. Probably doesn't give me the free pass to decide to stay up this week until 2 a.m. every night and sleep till 11 a.m. and completely ruin my sleep cycle. So my advice to you is stay as close as possible to your sleep cycle, okay? And if you need that alarm to help you rise in the morning and you normally get up, let's say at 6, you don't have to set the alarm at 6. Hey, maybe set the alarm for 7:30 or 8, so you're still kind of staying within a cycle and making sure it's not harder for you when you return to your normal cycle after this floater week. Okay, non-negotiable number 2, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I say that and I go to reach for my glass of water and it's not here. Okay, so we're gonna all consume, probably already have, extra amounts of goodies in the past, couple weeks. A lot of us might consume elevated levels of alcohol. So we need hydration for a gazillion different reasons. Go look at the cellular dehydration video to remind yourself. But in this case, let's say, for example, to help with our saliva. Our saliva is where digestion begins. So we're eating extra food, we need to make sure digestion is staying in track. We need to be hydrated to do this. And also, let's say, to support the kidneys. First off, fun fact, winter is the season of the kidneys. And secondly, the kidneys need to be supported with water so we can really help to eliminate and push those extra toxins, from the indulgences that we're taking in, alcohol, etc., from our body. All right, guys, non-negotiable number 3 for me, get your green on. Pound for pound, greens are the most nutrient-dense food on the planet. All right? And it goes back to what I was saying at the start. Whatever you're binging out on, whatever you're enjoying, great. But don't think for a second, oh, it's just that freebie week. I'll get back to my nutrients later. Add them. I'm not telling you, not to have those comfort foods, eat a little bit outside your norm, but don't forget the important ones, the go-to ones. You know how obsessed I am with fresh greens in the form of fresh greens, microgreens, which are so easy to throw on everything. Greens powders, like my favorite, which is Greens Up by CanPrev. Make sure you check with your healthcare practitioner prior to greens powders, okay? Spirulina. So don't come off of that. Like I said, you're getting fast food, put your microgreens on top. You're grabbing a drink in the morning, put that greens powders inside and give it a sip. Hydrating plus greens makes it easier. So just because your diet may change this week, don't forget the staples, because I'm not going to go a day without getting my greens in. So important. Okay, non-negotiable number 4. Take your supplements. It's such a little step, but it is so huge. I used to have that mentality again. Meh, I'm eating what I want. I'm doing what I want. I'm chilling on the couch. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I didn't take my supplements this morning. Oops, dinner time. Didn't remember to take my supplements. I'm out somewhere. Didn't bring my supplements. Oh, well. Remember, guys, the supplements that you are on, again, as discussed with you and your healthcare practitioner, you're taking them for a reason. And even more so when we have these, weeks where we're kind of off of our game for most of us, the supplements become even more important. And it goes back to that sentence that I said earlier. Every little thing matters. So even if you're a hot mess express on the couch and you're kind of eating out of your stocking for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, take your supplements. One doesn't have to mean that you go to the extreme. I used to be that extreme. If I'm going to be bad, I'm going to be bad all the way. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm going to be bad and maybe eat outside of what I normally eat, but I'm also going to take my supplements, because why would I stop doing that just during this time? So take those supplements. All right, and last but not least, you know what I'm going to say? You gotta get up off the couch and move that body. I find that this can be the hardest one for myself during this time frame because I've fallen out of my routine. Again, no matter what, I consider myself more of like a free bird, and I don't like routine. I don't like the idea of a 9 to 5 or doing the same thing every single day. But when it comes down to it, our bodies, they love routine. They'd be like, routine, we love you. So no matter what, we all do kind of have a day-to-day routine. Some are tighter than others. My routine is when I get up in the morning, I work out. That's just how it works. And if I don't work out in the morning, chances are I miss a day. So again, make it flexible. Maybe moving your body every day, you do CrossFit, okay? Or maybe you do cycling. If you don't want to do that every single day this week, in this week of nothingness, or your routines change because you're seeing friends and family, etc., alter it. Remember, moving your body can be simply grabbing the dog and going for an extra walk. It can be having a dance party before catching a movie on Netflix, with your best friend. So we have to make sure that we stay active during that time, moving your body, because guess what? It only makes it harder for us when January comes. And I don't say January because it's New Year's, new resolutions. I don't like that. But when we start to get back into that healthy routine, it makes it so much harder if the whole entire time we haven't moved our body, we haven't been sleeping well, we haven't been hydrating, we haven't been taking our supplements or getting those energizing greens in. So guys, enjoy this week. Eat all of the good foods, watch all of the good things, do what makes your soul happy, but remember, do your 5 non-negotiables to also create balance in your life. Enjoy your week, and I'm going to do one of the things that I kind of get annoyed with, but it's true. TLC community, I will see you next year in 2022. Take care. Thank you for such a beautiful and amazing year. Bye.